Hey everyone! I am back today with a new show that I'm going to be watching. As you guys know, my name is Kamen Rider Hime, so it seemed only fitting that now that I'm caught up on My Hero Academia reactions, I'm starting up with some new shows, as you guys know from all the polls, and I thought it only fitting that I start reacting to a Kamen Rider show because I love Kamen Rider, and you know, you gathered that from the name, I'm sure. Today I'm going to be watching the first episode of Kamen Rider Zi-O, which is a recent series of Kamen Rider that I have not seen. If you are watching this reaction early today, it means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, sending those hugs. If not, still thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description below. Sorry, words are hard. I don't know much about Zi-O going in. I know that there's going to be a lot of callbacks to other Kamen Rider series. I have seen a good chunk of at least like more recent Kamen Rider series. But there's still quite a bit that I haven't seen. Regrettably. When we have these like cameo appearances or whatever that we're gonna have, I'm sure like some of them I'm just gonna be like going out of my mind, and others I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I heard of that, but I haven't seen that series yet. I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a mix in terms of like my perception, because some of these I'm gonna have like the diehard fan reaction of like, oh my god, that's so and so, I love them, and then you know I'll also be having the reaction of like, oh, I haven't seen this one, but you know they're doing a good job of giving me a general idea of who this is or what's going on. So I'm excited for it. Again, huge Kamen Rider fan. I've got my, you can't really see it, but I've got my X-Aid shirt on. I do not have a Zi-O shirt yet. But who knows, maybe that will change throughout the course of this series. So, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm a huge fan of like the whole formula of, the tokusatsu shows, that genre of shows. I don't really have much in terms of an intro rant because I haven't seen the series before. So all this being said, I say let's go ahead and get started on Kamen Rider Zi-O. Let's go. Oh my god! Wow, that like flew by. I was having so much fun with that. Wow, really strong first episode. Big setup for I think what's going to be a great premise. Some great character conflict and drama. I am really on board with this. There's a lot that I love about this. I love the suit. Oh my god, that is such a, that might be up there with like some of my favorite Kamen Rider like armor, like suits. I knew that we were going to be having callbacks to other riders. I've seen Ghost, which you may have gathered, and I love Ghost. I can't wait to see more callbacks. The Bizarro build was cool. It was nice seeing the actual actors like from Build. That's really cool. I'm really jazzed about having more cameos and everything. Like I said, I think like there's quite a few of them I'm gonna know, so I'm gonna I think that's gonna be fun to like see fave characters coming back. So just kind of getting back to the premise. There's so much I love about it. I love that it almost has kind of like a little bit of a Decade vibe, in that we're starting off with this idea of him being like a destroyer at some point in the future. And I feel like there's a couple series that have actually kind of had themes like that, where they, you know, they might end up a villain. So I I'm really down with that. Like we really hit the ground running with that initial scene, and her telling him like, yeah, you're gonna be like this horrible king that like, and we saw him like zap some people, and like I kind of looked like he disintegrated them. Like it was intense. So I'm excited for that. I think that's gonna be great for like character development. What I love about Kamen Rider, like one of the many things that I love, is that you get a lot of great action, but you get a lot of great character stuff as well. And like there are some series, like some Kamen Rider series that I've seen that have some of the most like intense drama I've ever seen. Not to mention like plot twists and stuff like that. So I think that's a great setup. I'm on board with that. I love the premise. I had no idea that the premise would be time travel. I knew that there would be like cameos and everything, so it makes perfect sense that, hey, what better way to kind of to have like cameos from past riders than have the whole time travel thing. But I'm a huge fan of time travel stuff in general. Terminator, Back to the Future, Doctor Who. It's a premise that I really I love exploring the genre. So I love that, I'm saying I love so much. I'm so positive about this series. I love that, kind of the theme of the suit and the driver and even like the background, like of the uncle's shop and everything is, clocks. It gives it ties up the premise really well. And I also love like, kind of like that clocks and gears and sort of like steampunk kind of imagery. So I think that's going to be really fun. Love the premise, love the theme. Main character seems really interesting so far. I think it's always fun to have kind of a very, I feel like most of the main characters on Kamen Rider have like a good, like they have like this good heart. But they all kind of have different personalities, and it's fun to see one that's so kind of like confident in his goals. So I think that's going to be fun. Definitely not like aggressive at all, but he's just very like, he's not ashamed of the fact that he wants power. And I think, again, that's going to be really interesting to sort of like come back to that and see like, is this going to change him or not? My guess is in the end it won't. I doubt they're going to have him like go full villain and end the series that way, but I think they're going to have a lot of fun with that in between. I don't have a huge impression of the side characters yet. Like some of our, I hate to call them side characters, supporting characters, but I'm sure I'm going to get a great look at them down the road. Already digging some of the styles. All in all, I'm on board. I really like it. Like, a lot of times when I start a new series, it kind of takes me a little bit to kind of catch on to something that I can sort of dig my heels into and like really get on board with. And with this one, I feel like I'm really on board very quick. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to love seeing the character development and also the cameos. I think are going to be really, really fun. With that being said, I think I'm going to jump into the next one because I think this is a series that I'm going to grow very fond of. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm excited about going through this series with you and other upcoming series. So stay tuned for that because there is a lot of fun stuff coming on my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!